morning, everybody. Welcome to ArtDay. I hope you had a great weekend, you had a good time, and did not have this foggy and wet weather outside that, well, we had over the last couple of days. It's Monday, it's time to record ArtDay, and today I'm working on the February edition of the Random Act of Kindness project that I do this year. Excuse my fingernails, but I'm gonna work with acrylics today, and here's a funny fact. I could have, of course, removed the old scrubby nail polish and didn't have to maybe repaint them so that with the acrylics they're not screwed up right away, but when I put on the nail polish remover, my nails get so weird and dry, whatever, so the acrylics stick to it even more and I don't like it, and that is why you have to suffer through this. And after that I will have some time for a nice spring color on my fingernails. Sorry about that, but that was just a little tiny thing. So the theme for February for the Random Act of Kindness is, for one, of course, the theme of love and Valentine's Day, and also the theme of retro. So what I decided to send is a heart-shaped white balloon to everybody who is getting one of these packages, and of course a letter. And this time around I'm gonna roughly translate it for you because I think it's important, and I maybe you also want to benefit or just think about what I'm saying there and get maybe another perspective. But I'm also having art cards today. I'm using the bigger cards here, not the standard 9 by 7 centimeters, but these bigger ones. They come from a game that's called Love Letter, and this is part of the first edition that we had. You could, they were so used at the edges on some cards that you could see which card the other player had in hand. So we decided to buy a new copy, and I'm taking the old cards to do artwork. So I'm going to have that with the stones as the second part, also with this cardstock here that I chose. It was in the Taco Clock that I just filmed. I'm gonna link it. You can see how I peruse my stash of things to decide what I want to do for the theme or how I could pull it off. But the letters this time around come from on stationery. I printed them on stationery from the Paper Lover book from Flow magazine, and they all have kind of like a retro feel. So I decided the second theme for February is retro, and these are envelopes that go with them. So I'm going to work on these as well, put them together. And yeah, that will be the package. So what I want to start off with, just because it takes the longest time to dry, is the art cards. Painting the back and putting the paper on, then it can dry. I can put together the envelopes, read the letter to you and stuff before things are dry enough on these cards so that I can work on them again. And for these 5 cards, excuse me, I did choose to have black acrylics on the back and a white label on the bottom where I can stamp my handmade by Pinselgeschichten, and just like every time that I'm making those cards, and I have to have a dark background because, well, there was something printed on there. So I want to have black acrylics on the back, and on the front each of these cards is going to get one of the stones, and the plan is then to paint something on top and have then as the midground, and then have a focal point in form of a sticker that is punched out on a circle with cardstock and stuff. So yeah, that's the rough plan. So I'm going to start this time with the background or the back of these cards and painting them. Last time I made those cards, I started with the front, but this time around I want to do something different. So I need a brush. This one should work. It's just, what is it? Does it have a size printed on it? No, it doesn't. So it's a flat, maybe, don't know, it doesn't, oh, it says 1 inch here, so maybe that's 3/4 of an inch, this one. It's just a nice synthetic brush, nothing fancy. And I'm just gonna give the background of these cards a solid layer. These cards are way more sturdy than the cards that I used last time for the art cards, so I'm not bothering putting them down with a temporary adhesive. I'm just going to paint them, hopefully very solidly. Well, they definitely need 2 coats. So I'm going to work with my blow dryer there just to quicken things up. And have 2 layers per card. And that is where I might get some paint onto my fingernails. But yeah, that's a weird thing actually. That, I mean, yeah, nails are kind of rough when you go and remove old nail polish and use nail polish remover with chemicals in there, of course. But it's to the point that everything sticks and it feels uncomfortable for a while. And I can go at it with oil and all that shit. Doesn't matter. My nails say, nope. If you will have anything on them for half a day, you have to wait after you removed your nail polish. So yeah. Good thing though, a new layer of nail polish really sticks well then. So let's give it a first blast. Layer number 1, and now I can go with a thinner layer number 2, and we'll have a solid black and get rid of the white that was a border. So yeah, February is, well, it's a weird month. I think not only for me, well, for us in our family, it's birthday month, of course. We have quite a few birthdays that happen in February. But, you know, it's also the month of, well, Valentine's Day and all that commercial stuff with it. And it's the month of the Carnival season, which is Mardi Gras in Germany. So we have high season there. Number 1, the back is done. On to the next card. So, where was I? Oh yeah, it's the high season for Mardi Gras or Carnival, as you say it in German. That's a German lesson. So that is also in February. It's the time of sugary sweets. The Pfannkuchen or Krapfen are very popular this time of year. So I'm gonna have probably translations on the screen somewhere, because from the top of my head, I don't know if you actually, well, they're kind of like filled donuts, but not cream filled, but with jam. These are the Pfannkuchen or Berliner. Depending on where you are in Germany, they do have different names. And Krapfen is pretty much the same kind of dough, but you fry them in a pot and then put a sugar coat on them, like almost like a glaze or something. Anyway, I tried to find out if there's actually a valid English word for those delights. But first, let's dry the first layer. So this month, I think I said it in the first edition of this project, that I would send 5 of these letters to 5 public places in a different city every month. So last month in January, I did send them to Aachen, a city with A. And me being so neat with the alphabet, I thought, well, let's take B then. So this month is a city with B. And I talked to my sweet husband last night and was just like, oh, what do you think? What city should I send them to? It has to be big enough so that there are 5 different public places. So it cannot be 5 inhabitant little village. It has to be a town. I have to have the possibility to send it to public spaces. Okay, and he said Bremen. Of course, our capital city, Berlin, has a B as well, but yeah, there would be so many public offices that I would maybe need more letters to send. So he said, take Bremen. It's a nice city. It's in the north of Germany, northern parts. And it's a very liberal and, laid back kind of a city. It's very chill when it comes to at least what I know of the people living there. They're very chill and quite liberal in their thoughts. At least that's what they seem to be like looking from the outside in, you know? So all the people that I know living or working in Bremen do actually fit that pattern. So I wrote the letters last night, printed them out, but I haven't looked up any public places yet where I want to send them. So today is Monday and I'm going to send them out on Wednesday this week. Because just like last month, we are going food shopping on Wednesdays, and that leads us to the post office, so I can send them. Which means that I have today and tomorrow to decide which public offices I'm going to send them to. I will have a note on my blog, if I can remember that. But yeah, I have to listen to this, to this video stream here, because I have to cut out all the silence all the hairdryer parts. I will probably remember. Sarah, please, please, please remember to have a note on your blog where you sent those letters to. So yeah, I cannot tell you that yet who will receive one of these letters, which maybe hospital or maybe, I don't know, maybe even a jail or prison or police force again, or other public, maybe there's some non-profit or non-government public organizations that I could send a letter to, or maybe there's a company that does really awesome things that are helping out either the local community or a specific part of society, so it being elderlies or children or whatever. And I take one of those to send a letter to. I don't know. I will find out, folks. Either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, that's the goal. Let's send it to the north. And this time, I'm not only gonna have the excuse me, I'm not only gonna have the stamp handmade by Pinselgeschichte, so people can find me there if they feel like, but because of the theme of the letter and what I'm saying there, I thought I would add my email address this time around to the letter, so people can find me, but I'm not going to do that every month now. So don't be surprised if you, when I read that letter to you, that I have my email address in there, though I always, or one of the goals is that, or one of the ideas of this whole project is that it's not about me, it's about them. So I don't have to tell them, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm being nice, I'm being nice. But in this case, I made an exception. And when I read that letter to you, you will know why. But first, and now for the last card. All right. Art supply wise, I did decide on not using the acrylics that I use in my journal books with the not so heavy binder, but my highly pigmented, super duper binder, artist quality acrylics from Schminke. Decided to use those. They have a bit of a satin or a bit of a gloss, and I actually like that more on art cards like this. In the books, of course, I cannot have this gloss or this satin look and feel because, well, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with my coughing here. Because I couldn't open the books after a while. So let's cool them for a minute. See, yeah, I can turn this round. This one is dry as well. Good. The third. Yep. Fourth already. Yep, we're good. And the fifth needs a second. But I'm gonna turn my wooden surface here. Oh gosh, sorry, that was my hair dryer that just fell. Oopsie daisy, still working? Yeah, still working. I need more space. This is hideous here. So, okay. I turned it because I don't want to accidentally go into the black lines that I had put on this wooden piece by, well, painting. But I want to make sure that the back is now as clean as possible while I glue on the paper for the art cards. Let me go. Oh, come on. I really have short arms. Need a paper towel. And I'm having these stones here that I want to glue on each card. And they are from a book that my father used in university for one of his courses about earth and minerals and stuff. So he went to university for mining, and this is one of the old books, and that is from Eastern Germany in 1960-ish printed. He was at uni early 70s, but yeah, it was printed somewhat in the 60s, and yeah, that is what I took it from. And the quality of the paper definitely says retro. Now I'm taking my glue brush. I'm keeping my glue brush always in water. Just put that water here, but I have to dry it out quite a bit with a paper towel before I use it. Now I'm working with matte medium, a fluid one, and use that as a glue to put down my papers. Let's go with the green one first, and that goes like this. I'm putting down a layer onto my card. And then I figure out where the part is that I want on the paper. Put a bit of medium on the back. Let's see, should be like this. And then I place it down and give another light coat on top. Hold on. Needs a tiny bit here. Now I can dry that and then put it aside. And I have to dry off camera because I don't want the paper to move that is lying there with the remaining stone. Okay. Number one, and now I can take my scissors and cut around. Number one, that can dry now, and I'm just going to repeat the same thing with the other cards. They all have a different color of stone. I have a green one and a white one, yellow, blue, red, or orange, depending on what you think it is. Okay, I'm just trying to see where I want to put the glue, because of course these paper pieces are bigger than the cards, but I get an idea, and then I just place it. Be brave, right? Put bit of the gel medium on top. And the gel medium in this case also takes away a bit of the gloss or the slick surface that came with those photography pages of the book, and I can then easily paint on top once I get this off right here. Get off the excess. I don't mind that there's a bit of bubbles or wrinkles in that paper. It will settle to an extent once I paint on top. But also, since the theme of the cards this month is retro, I don't actually mind this looking, these cards looking maybe a bit old, like old wallpaper or something. So I don't mind. And next one. And this is really, these cards are this project, this whole random act of kindness project. These art cards that I'm sending, or that I plan to send every month. I haven't done it yet because I'm only in the second month. But they are, it's nice to put them together like assembly style almost. It's rather quick to work like that, but it also makes things quite easy then. Okay. You just have to focus on one thing at a time. Sorry, my head's gonna come up in frame. There we go. And only once you have everything done are you thinking about the next. Of course, I'm having a rough concept before I even start. That is the moment when I think about a theme or think about what kind of material I want to use, and then I go quote-unquote shopping in my studio for supplies. Bowls or larger bamboo plates next to me, a couple of them, where I store art supplies for certain projects. So I'm not pausing the video here every time just to get some art supply out of my shelves, but I'm just reaching to the left and I have pretty much all I think I need. So I'm imagining the whole project, the whole art card. It might be that I'm not using something that I have envisioned, or that I'm changing something up on the fly. That might be. It's not that it's totally pre-planned start to finish, but I'm having a very good idea of what I think those cards should look like in the end, or the greeting cards, for that matter, or what I want to use, and how I can put all of the items that I'm going to send, how I can pull it together and make it one cohesive theme. That takes me quite a while because I play with these ideas in my head, of course. It's not that I am just, well, thinking, okay, Monday is random act of kindness. Yeah, it's Friday. Now I should start thinking about what I want to do. No, I actually have themes for the months coming up. If I have an idea, I write it down right away. And these ideas, they simmer in my head for a long, long time before I actually make them. And they change in my head as well. It's not that I have a picture in my mind per se with those art cards, and they're always like this. They weren't retro from the start until I rummaged through my paper stash for another project and saw those stationaries with like the letter paper with the envelopes, and I thought, I could use that for February. Yeah, let's do that. Which then changed the theme of the art card as well. I had something else in mind before that, which, yeah, would have been maybe more obvious for February. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna play with that original idea that I had later this year and do something else with it. add a few other items or colors maybe, and then have a whole other theme. But like I said, these cards evolve, but I'm always having a pretty set idea of what I want to do once I get to the weekend before recording these videos. It's the same, by the way, with all the other ArtDay videos. I have an idea of what I want to do, or I have a project in mind, but they do never turn out exactly like I maybe imagined those projects to be when I first thought about them. And I think that's a nice little way to work, because then you can sometimes even surprise yourself, and that's a nice thing, don't you think? So yeah. By the way, if you're one of the viewers that does artwork alongside watching me do artwork, I would like to know in the comments below what you are working on. Are you painting? Are you drawing? Are you coloring? Are you knitting? What are you doing while you watch this video? And yeah, just let me know. I'm curious, folks. I'm a curious person. So now the red stone, it's the last one. And I'm really looking forward every month to make these random act of kindness projects. I think they're fun. I like to think that somebody is gonna have a smile on their face in a few days when they receive a surprise letter that is not a bill or a nasty kind of letter or note. All right, glue water, there we go. Are you... This one is really mean. It doesn't like me. Why aren't you liking me? Sit down. Okay. Now I need to dry this off. Need a bit more glue there. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to stick there. So let's apply some more. Let's see. All right, so that should do it. Okay, I can put the medium away, and also the glue water, otherwise I would maybe have a disaster here if I just ran against that dirty glass of glue water. Yeah. So there we go. I do have all of the backgrounds glued on. Just gotta cut the excess here. Okay, there we go. I just have to let them dry a bit, But meanwhile, I can decide which stone background. Let me put them into frame a bit more. They're all kind of dry, but not really. But I can show you how I decide what focal point they all get. So I'm having those stickers here. They also come from the Paper Lover Book of the Flow magazine that I had gotten, I think it was end of November last year. And they all have items that are also on the letters. And I wanna put them onto these stones for the focal points. And maybe that would be actually not a shitty idea, I think. Hold on. I have to know which card gets which stone. So let's put the wood away for a minute here and go onto the dry table and sort the letters to the envelopes. Because when printing them, those letters, I did not think this one was this one. Yeah. So see, the envelope has the same backside than the stationery, so I want to put them together. So this is one item. I think this is one item. And now I need to see which one fits with which one. There we have a plant and a record player or a phone or a camera. What are on these? They're just dots, I think. Yeah. I think the pink of the cactus fits with the rose color of the phones, so these two go together. But the backside doesn't really fit well, does it? This fits actually better. So let's make it like this. And these are like this. Okay. So I have the items now, which means I can decide which oh gosh, it's so difficult to talk sometimes. Which of the cards goes with which letter, and I'm just gonna write it down. So here I have blue and lots of colors. Do I have blue somewhere else? Not really. So blue goes with blue record player. And then I have a green one. Where goes green? Green goes with the phone. Green goes with pink phone. Yellow, maybe this one? No. No. I think yellow. Yeah, yellow goes with red phone. Yellow, red phone. White goes with the cactus, I think. Yep, I like that. White goes with cactus. And what else do I have? Yellow, white, green, blue. A red goes with red record player. Just to remind myself and not forget and always have to shuffle through, okay, which was it, which was it? So these are the letters then. So I need, For the green one, I think I want this phone. Yeah, I definitely want this phone. Yeah, this one for the green one. So let's cut it out. Cut the sticker that I want. So, boop, boop. This is green. Yellow has the red phone. Do I want the same phone with yellow? Maybe not with tan then, but with yellow. Or, yeah, I also have these yellow phones. Which one do I want for that? Let me get the yellow card. Do I want that or do I want that? I think I want the yellow phone for it. Just to, well, have the theme of yellow for that particular card. And letter. Okay, that would be that. Then we have, for the cactus, would be white. A white card is this one here. Come to mama. This one, which it has a phone. Does it have the same phone? Not phone. Ooh, see? It has the one with the pink. Or the one with the gray. The gray looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, it would be great with a bit of pattern paper around, so white will be this one. And this is how easy it is for me to decide. It's just like, ooh, do I like that combo? Or maybe don't I? Or do I prefer another combo? Or what do I want to do, you know? So we have those. Then I need blue for the blue record player. I have a blue card. Where is my blue card? Hold on, folks. There is the blue card. And we have a blue record player. Which means I could take either this one or that one. What other kind of player? Well, that's... This is tricky. Because the card would actually fit with this one, but the envelope also says this one. So... do I just want the card? Or do I maybe want... I think I want the light yellow one just because I know, the light blue one just because I know what background papers I chose to work with. So there's that. And that is my stomach growling. Yeah, yeah. You're getting food later, stomach. Shut up. So here we have the red record player, and that is the red card. Last one. The red card and the red record player. So I have it with a gray or with a tan, and I think because I have the envelope in the same tone, I'm going to have the tan one this time around. So these can go away for now. I'm gonna cut this fellow. And all these others can go to sleep now. There we go. Now, what I want to do is, for one, I have to test something. This is the 1.5 inch circle punch. I want to know if my sticker is a 1.5 inch. It's a tiny bit smaller, so I could get, okay. This is good news. Saves a lot of time. What I want to do now is work with the background papers for the focal points while the card's still dry. Now I chose these two. They have a tan side and they have a striped side. And what I want to do is, depending on, I want to have the focal point stand out. This is, just let me think for a moment. The blue one is super easy. They could actually almost all go on the colored side. Yeah. So for this one here, though it's not perfect with the color combination, but let's just be retro, folks. Going to put that sticker down and cut it out. Oh, no, I'm going to use the scallop. I'm not going to use the circle. I'm going to punch it out with the scallop. There we go. And this is going to be put on a bigger circle, and that will be the focal point. But I'm just going all around it now. Do I want, this was the blue one. It could use, no, I want it here. They just need a bit of a pattern paper there that do stand out, but that are not too obviously standing out. And that is so cryptic, folks, so cryptic. Next one is this one. Do I want it with the stripes? Yes, I want to. And the lines from the pattern paper look through or are visible behind the stickers, which I don't mind, because then you can actually see the pattern, because with only the scallops you can't really see all of the pattern. Okay, the yellow. Yeah, yellow goes here as well, and the other one goes on the pink one. But yellow goes here. that aside for a moment. And have that one on the pink or rose colored, whatever you want to call it. So let's see. There we go. I'm gonna put the letters away for now. I think that's the last thing that I want to do, putting them together. Let's get the cards back. Let's take the red one. Red has red record player. This one. So I think that, so I don't want to glue it onto the cards. I want to dangle them with let's get it, with baker's twine. I want to dangle those, but I need a bigger circle, and I'm just going to take this one for now to put behind to see there. Bigger circle. Could actually be like that, but then the hot pink is awful. Not liking that. But I might have a solution there, because, well, I can just use this paper. They definitely fit. And I need 1, 2 from that paper and 3 from the other. And I could use something like this. Yeah. So I'm just going to use the circles here as templates. And draw circles and cut them out. These are by the way punch out sheets from board games, so if there's interesting forms on them, I keep them. And I don't have to have every puncher in every size with these stencils here that I could use easily. Okay, I'm just gonna cut them out, and that should be working then. And then I just need to paint my mid-ground on these cards, and the cards are done, and I just have to dangle the icons here from the art cards, and we're good to go. I'm taking another scissor because the black handled one had glue on it, and I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna have gluey circles here. Hope they don't look too bad. I'm not as good with cutting things as punchers are, but then again, handmade, so I only care so much. Number 1. and 2. Three. Four, and the last one. Okay, let me glue that down. I'm just gonna use a drop of super glue because that's, well, quickest to glue those. But I need to make sure that I have the 2 pink ones first. Oh, that the pattern paper for front and back just fits. And please let me get my super glue open. Come on. Really? This is not great because I cannot open my super glue. So I just have to take paper glue, just a usual glue stick, and glue it like that. I didn't want to run down to my hubby's office now and get another bottle of super glue. I just didn't want to. I'm maybe a tiny bit too lazy for that. Okay. And the others. While these dry, I can work on the mid-ground on the art cards. They should be dry enough by now. So I can put these aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get my cards. So what I had thought was, no matter what color is here or what pattern, I would work with retro forms, meaning, where's my stencil? There it is. Have circles on here with a white gel pen or a permanent marker, and then shade them in like drops or something with zinc white. And zinc white is a half transparent white, so that would be half see-through and quite nice, I think. So I'm just going to have some forms here now. Just have to make sure that I'm not smudging the permanent marker here. Maybe not cover the whole card, but only parts of it, maybe. Something like this. Just let it dry for a second. This one, actually, I could work with the pattern of the background and have a few bobbles that have to be connected then. Since I like odd numbers, I'm gonna add a 5th one here. This one. This one might get a chain. That would maybe be interesting. This one, definitely needs a bobble here. It's working with a shape in this case, not so much with the color. Okay, and now the white one, it has to go something like this, I think. It has to have almost raising bubbles in a chain fashion though. How did I put the cap of the pen? Ah, there. There we go, there we go. Putting the stencil away, and now I can go in with my zinc white and have some milky parts of those bubbles. Now, once this is dry, I can go in then and add a highlight if I so desire. If not, I don't have to have one in there. Though this is half transparent white, I still want a tiny bit of texture, so I'm not making sure that I have everything blended out or something. There's space enough to have some of the brush strokes show. And the white, of course, is most difficult because transparent white on white, oh, this is so visible, or not. But here on the smaragd green or teal aqua green, whatever you want to call it, whatever language you're speaking, this is way more visible here. Now for the red. And this is really fairly simple, and you can add some interest on a rather busy background. And again, it yes, it adds way more busyness because of these standout circles there, but it also kind of calms it down or tones it down because you're painting out some parts, but it's not the blotchy, blocky feel because, well, the white is partially see-through. It's quite translucent. And I really like to use zinc white for occasions like this where I need fog or steam or bubbles, air bubbles, things like that. Things that are semi-transparent or translucent and that are maybe a bit difficult to paint with a solid titanium white. So just like to use the advantage of zinc white there. But I use it not very often because I don't need it very often. Very often I need solid colors there, and zinc white is not my choice, of course. And the last one, to be a bit careful, I think, yeah, I spilled quite a bit of white here. I can repair that with a black marker. Okay, that's that. I can put the board away now and let those cards dry for a minute before I make the final assembly. But meanwhile, I think let's see, I'm going to make the envelopes in the meantime. Putting that together, and I need a sip of coffee. Hold on. I promised you I would read to you what I wrote in this particular month's edition. I'm just roughly gonna translate it on the fly. I don't have it translated or written down in that translation way. So it says, dear receiver, surprise, this little tiny greeting or letter is for you. February, a month that can make us be happy or very sad. Advertisement tells us that we can only be happy if we get or if we are gifted with flowers, chocolate, or a proposal from the one that we are romantically drawn to. Hollywood wants to make us believe that our life is unfulfilled if there's not somebody that is pining for us and is willing to make themselves look like a fool just to get our attention. And for me, the commercial concept of Valentine's Day is a farce, because what's the point to feel loved for just a moment or for a day, and all the other 364 days of the year it's not the case. I think it's way more important to have a healthy stock of loving relationships. That could be a net or a mirror, depending on what you need that day. That does not exclude partners or lovers, but it also includes parents, children, siblings, friends, acquaintances, neighbors, and work colleagues. The human being is a social creature that needs to feel loved and accepted on more than just one day a year. Tell somebody today in your surroundings that you like him or her, and appreciate him or her. Blow up the balloon for him or her. Give it to them. Hold on. Give it to them with a smile on your face, and tell them about this goofy or maybe not so goofy letter. Should you be one of those lonely people on the planet that now has rather tears in their eyes instead of a smile on their face, I am your person today. I'm the person that gifts you with a balloon. I'm the person that says, that tells you today that she appreciates you. And if you like, I could be a judgment-free place today where you could just dump your sorrows. I have to look up the word Kummerkasten. I don't know if there's an English translation, and that is why there is my email in there this month. Aside from your social situation, do something cool for yourself today. Call somebody that you like and you haven't spoken to in a long time. Listen to music that makes you remember lovely moments, or look through old photographies of beautiful moments and soak in and soak up all the wonderful feelings that you get in those moments. I wish you a wonderful day and a quiet and happy February. That's the letter. So the same goes for you folks. If you know somebody that you like and that you appreciate, well, tell that to them today. And if you're one of those lonely people that feels lost currently, don't be ashamed. We've all been there. Sometimes we're still there. And you can use my email address, info@pinselgeschichten.de. It's also in the description box below. You can use it today to just dump your sorrows, and I'm not gonna judge whatever you want to write. And if you like, you can write in said email if you want me to respond and start a conversation. So I'm just gonna sign all the letters, because this is what I like to do, but I'm just signing them with my first name. I'm not gonna put my last name there, because, well, I think I should go with the same concept that I had for the last month. It's not about me and my address and stuff. And yes, I'm putting my email in there this time round, but still, I want to keep things kind of similar for each month. So what I'm gonna do now is cut those envelopes, which I could have maybe done before I recorded. Oh well. I have about half an hour. If I should really take super long to cut those envelopes, I will excuse myself and time-lapse this. Or I could actually, I just had an idea. I'm just gonna make one now and then finish the art cards. And if I have time, I'm going to cut more envelopes. And this is not the envelope that will be sent, but I will put this envelope with a letter as well as the art card as well as the balloon into another envelope and send it off then. So I'm not gonna write an address or something on this one here. It's just pretty much the internal envelope, just to have it look nice with the letter and everything. There we go. Now I need some, first of all, I have to bend those. Do, 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 do. Where is my, there it is, my sticky strip, sticky tape. So I would put one strip down here and then I would have to open a new package because my roll just ended. Good thing I ordered more before I decided I would take those envelopes, because I knew I didn't have any more. So here we are. Another roll of sticky. Where is the beginning? I think there it is. Et voila. Oop. Of course, I could be able to read. That would be great, because it said glue here and not on the flap. But yeah, great. How can I repair that? Well, the only thing I don't like about this sticky tape, the release paper, is sometimes really difficult to, well, release. There we go, and now I need some paper to repair. Okay. This is as neat as I can get. It's not perfect, but I maybe learn to read. That would be great, would it not? So I can now fold this ladder. Would an art card actually fit in here? Ooh, yeah. Nice. So how am I supposed to fold it? Probably very simply, like earlier in my life, just like this. And then I would bend it down that flap here, crease it, and put it aside for now because I have to take care of the art cards. Here are my circles. So that would be yellow. Maybe I want to dangle it from here. Where do I want to dangle it from? I think this from here. White, 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 white. I need my notes. There, I know, I remember the green, the white. Blue record player for blue. This definitely has to go here. Green needs the phone, that goes here. Red should have the red record player. Yeah. That goes here. And white like this. So now I need to get a hole puncher or a needle or something because, where is it? There we go. I want the baker's twine to dangle this from. How can I do that? Punch a hole here, punch a hole there. Yep. I need a hole puncher. This might be too big, but we'll try. Not happy. So not happy with that. Or am I just gonna glue it down and have a string somewhere? Because with the dangling, it doesn't really work the way I want it. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue them down quickly. Was not, see, this is what I mean when I say I'm having quite a good idea, but of what I want to do, but still I can change things up on the fly because, yeah, I just feel like it. Little record player goes here. Oops. Don't throw that shit. Alright. Now I need a fine liner. What are you? Oh no, you're definitely way too thick. Is this juicy? Yeah, this is juicy. So I'm just gonna take this one and add a few final details just around the scallops, just to have a bit of a contrast there. And then I'm going to stamp my name, on the back side. And then tie a bow around it with baker's twine, and that's that. Like I said, it's maybe not exactly like I had planned it, but it maybe kind of works nonetheless. I think for next month I'm going to have something even more challenging. I have to test things out for next month because of what I want to send, but it should be fun. Okay, 2 more and then I'm pretty much done with the cards. I just need to stamp my name. Anti-bows. I'm just gonna do one now, because my clock says, well, I haven't taken any time away already for the blow dryer, that I'm not gonna, well, I'm usually cutting out or speeding up and having it silent for the time I'm using my blow dryer, but still I'm close enough to 2 hours that I think just gonna finish one art card here, and the rest will be done the same way, and either in the taco clock on Saturday, or just, well, it's just gonna be finished with, oh god, talking. Ooh. It will be finished on my blog. Well, it's gonna be finished on my blog nonetheless, but where's this? But it might be that I'm having the remaining clips on my vlog. So now need my stamp. I hope that you enjoyed this video, though I'm not 100% finishing my project here. But maybe you got inspired by something that I did, or had an idea of your own, because I used something or did something, or were reminded maybe to try something out. I certainly hope so. I'm going to glue the label down. I'm going to use my black marker to clean up the back here. And that's that. So I'm going to tie a string. This is yellow, so it gets a yellow string. Baker's twine. And I'm just going to wrap it around 1, 2, 3 times. And tie a knot, and then we are good. I'm not having all the colors of the cards with my Baker's twine, so I'm just gonna see what color fits best, gray, yellow, or blue, for each of the cards. So it would go something like this. Come to mama. Oh no. All right. Spread them apart maybe a bit. See? And then I'd put them into the envelope. They would fit in there, so I'd actually send them like this and just add the balloon and send this off to the recipient. And here I'm just gonna write for you. But in German, because I'm writing in German to German people. And that would be that. Put a balloon there. Maybe some string to bind it off. I don't know. Yeah, I could actually do that. Hold on. For the last couple of seconds, I got some string here in all kinds of colors, so I would take yellow for this one and cut a bit, something like that length. And just wrap it around some cardstock maybe. Yep, that's the one. Something like, can I cut that? That is the question. Yep, I can. Something like this. Put these two into one of these lunch bags, just to not have them fly around in the envelope. Just like that. And there we are. This would be what I'd send off now. And I would hope that the recipient would enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed watching along. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will see you later this week with more art videos, and next week's Monday on the art day, I'm probably gonna work in my art journal, so that should be fun then. If you want to know the exact colors and materials that I used, or just want to see all the finished envelopes and products that I'm going to send, hop on over to my blog post. It's in the description box below. There is a link to my webpage. You can read up there and see lots of close-up photos and stuff. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Take good care, have a lovely day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!